Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. As you can see, I have a large group with me. But the group I happen to have are the film industry of Las Vegas that are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They call themselves the Lucky Sevens, and all seven are not here, obviously, but a majority of them are here. We've got Joe here, we've got Dale here, and we've got Tamia here. Now, all of them have obviously done a tremendous amount of work in Vegas in the film industry. And Ben, who was the one I think that put the Lucky Seven together, is not here because he's filming, actually. So do you like what's going on, bringing you all together as a group of, because normally people are in competition with each other, film groups. Mm-hmm. You or Ben has decided not to do that. He's decided to get you all as a group. How do you like that?
I love it. I think it's like the best idea that he and Jeremy came up with to put together the Lucky Sevens Film Challenge, which allows 7 filmmakers. There were over 30 who applied, and he picked the top 7. And actually, I want to say how Lucky 7 worked for me. I'm so glad you spoke to me first. Because, Lucky 7 worked for me because initially I was second runner-up. So that means I was not lucky and number 9. Okay.
Well, that's one way of putting it, I guess. We're getting complicated with figures, but no, she's a Lucky 7. Forget the 9
yes,
part.
I'm officially a Lucky 7 because, I'm a believer. I believe in God, and I believe He enabled
hang on a second.
me to move up.
She believes in God, but don't you happen to be a minister?
I am.
I
actually
a minister,
am.
so
Yes.
you definitely believe in God.
I believe in God. I was faithful, and I was so excited to be even part of some of the chosen that I got a hold of Dale. And Dale and he'll speak a little bit more about that later. But when I was number 9, I was super excited to work with Dale because I wanted to support his, his
everybody supports
now
everybody.
She's not excited to work with me.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to work.
Well, Dale. Now, Dale, you have what's the name of your production company?
So I'm 888 Spirit Productions.
And your company?
Nevin Films.
Nevin Films.
My
Now,
last name.
Dale Nevin. He's been on my show before, and what were we promoting?
Unwritten.
The Unwritten, that's right.
Excellent
how did that
film.
go, and how was that?
Unwritten did well. It got distributed by Random Media, and it's on
One of the
all
platforms?
all the
All the
platforms.
platforms. And then we have, at the end, we have Joe. Joe, how you doing?
Good.
You're doing wonderful. Now, Joe has also good. Joe has also been on my show before, and we were also on another movie that you made then.
Yeah, The Immortal Wars.
The Immortal Wars, and you've done a couple since then, or you did one before that?
One or two.
He's
A
ready.
few. I've done a few since
You've
then.
done a few since then.
Yeah.
So how many have you done since then? Because I lose track of all. I can't.
I will say that the Immortal Wars Rebirth, the next installment comes out in like 2 weeks.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Part 3 comes out in 2
Weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
How tough was that to film?
That was rough, especially with COVID.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
COVID is such a, it's just affected everybody's life. Didn't affect my life too well. I still kept moving with my producer. We just plowed along there and, got all these doors to open up for us, and they did, and here we still are.
Yeah.
But I would imagine also on location, 6 feet apart, masks and the whole bit.
Oh, yeah.
That
it
must
was-
have been a toughie.
It was a challenge. It was definitely
challenging.
a challenge.
So did you make a movie on the movie? You should make a movie on the movie.
There was a lot
for
of
COVID-19.
Yeah.
A movie on the movie, COVID-19.
Yeah.
Struggling with. You should all get together and make a movie about that, of how
Right.
each one of you, got through a year. Because
Well, your producer Stephen has made a movie. Him and Reggie had made a movie on that.
that's a different movie though. That's more of a documentary. I
Right,
believe.
more so on
That's-
everybody affected
that's-
as opposed to filmmakers
Yes,
affected.
filmmakers being affected,
Yeah.
because when filmmakers are out there, they rely on being outside and to the scenery and different locations and then you've got all the actors and actresses and everybody out there. How hard was it for you, Dale? Did you do any filming?
I did not do any filming during
You
that. I was
didn't?
just working on developing some projects.
And what projects are those? Anything exciting we should know
A
about?
teen fantasy drama I'm working on.
Teen fantasy. That sounds rather cool for Vegas, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of teens come to Vegas with a big fantasy world going on, and for it to try to materialize,
Right,
which
right.
sometimes it does.
Adult teenagers also.
Adult teenagers also. So you've been writing that, and you do your own writing, don't you?
Right.
Yes.
And I'm working with as a consultant, a Hollywood writer on this one, giving me feedback and
Oh, how
So,
wonderful.
but we put that on pause because of this Lucky 7 coming up. So I started a new project.
So tell me about this Lucky 7 on your side. You tell me a little bit, you tell me.
So it's basically seven different directors, filmmakers,
Yes.
who have 7 days to shoot a feature with $7,000 shooting budget, with 7 crew, including the
The
directors.
directors.
Including the directors.
Yes.
So it's
Right.
only 7 crew.
Right.
Right.
But do you have
Which
to...
might be good.
Yeah.
That's good
true.
sometimes.
that might be even better. But what about the cast? They're not
no
We
included.
limit
have
on
no
that.
limit on the cast.
You have no limit on the cast.
No.
Just for the crew as to have 7 people.
Right.
But
I
to
have like 180 cast in mind. I'm joking.
Count it. I was like, you counted
I'm working
already?
with him. I didn't know this.
I started thinking myself, how many do I have?
That's
Surprise.
funny.
Okay, so this fantasy little thing you got in your head. So how many are you going to have in real life?
I'm trying to think now. I've got at least a lead, 2 supporting, and there's like 3 or 4, possibly 5 other.
And then you've got
Smaller
extras and people
characters.
coming on and all that stuff, right?
Not so much, right?
Not really. Not
Yeah.
many extra. Not really any
Any
extras.
extras
There might
on-
be 1 or 2, but
But that's about it. So that's your project you're doing. So that's your project. What was the name of your project for the Lucky
Well,
7?
my project is called Angel on the Roadside, and
Angel
it
on the
is
Roadside.
an apocalyptic. I'm trying to break.
post-apocalyptic, faith-based.
She loves laughing.
It's a post-apocalyptic faith-based redemption film.
Okay.
Really?
Joe, what are you
Yes.
doing?
I know that.
Joe, what are you doing?
Sorry, that's the first time I heard that. That's cool. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
it
Yes,
is.
it's a lovely long.
It is really long, right?
I hope you can have abbreviation for this name.
Angel on the Roadside.
Angel on the Roadside.
Stephen will
period.
put the poster up.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
Isn't that
Thank
is
you
cool.
for remembering.
And you feel you can get this all together.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from the name, you can get this all
Yes,
together
yes.
in 7 days.
Oh,
We have-
yeah.
we
Oh,
have to.
Yeah, definitely.
Now what's your project?
My project is called My Little Nightmare.
My Little Nightmare.
Yeah, it's
I
actually-
didn't know anybody had a little nightmare. I know we have big nightmares, but I don't know about little.
My Little Nightmare, yeah. It's actually the first script I wrote when I was in school, in college,
Oh,
over
how
10 years ago.
wonderful. Oh,
Yeah,
my goodness.
it's a thriller, suspense, supernatural film.
Is it something that somebody dreams up and sort of it becomes into real life?
No, it revolves a group of friends that they do something very bad to a child. And a few years after that, there's been a curse that's been placed on them, so the child is back to finish them all one by one.
So the child
Yeah.
takes revenge.
Yeah.
It should be
Yep.
called The Revenge.
The revenge.
I like his title.
The title's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you choose the people that are going to play the main characters? How do you do that?
I mean, for me personally, I think it's more when you're writing the script, you already visualize
You
how
have
you're gonna
somebody in
look.
mind already.
Yes.
You already know when you're writing, say, okay, this person has to look like this, has to have these characteristics.
Yes.
That's kind of how I do when I write. Then when auditions come up, I don't know if it happens to you guys. To me, it happens where I'll see a few actors read the same role, and I'm like, I like what this person did, but then I like what this person did. And then this other person had both those attributes. I want them the
And it's
second
funny,
person.
you know,
that always happens to me.
Yes.
I often
yes.
think that person walks and you look and you say, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Right,
You
yes.
know, isn't that funny?
Yes.
how
You always
people-
have a feeling,
And then
yeah.
when I used to go for commercials and I would walk in and they would just stare at me like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know, and it was like, well, what about all the other people? You know?
Right,
No,
right.
because you look just like what we want for the commercial or
Right.
whatever.
And you're
But-
able to carry it.
And you can,
'Cause
yes,
that's the
yes,
key,
because that's the
yes.
whole key.
Yeah.
The whole key is knowing the character, and then you see how that person walks or even sort of talks or whatever the case. Do you have the same thing?
In a way, I might kind of visualize. Do visualize someone I'm writing.
Yes.
But when it comes to the auditions, the casting, I try to remain open to think outside the box. If someone could bring something different to it than I was
Yes.
planning.
Yes.
So I do try to remain open to that. But I did on this one, while I was coming up with the lead character, I did have this one girl's face that kept flashing up in my mind. And she was an actress, but I'd never seen her act. So I didn't.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if she's going to be the one that ends up in my film. I have a feeling she might be.
Yeah.
But
Does she know it yet?
I have reached out tentatively to her, and but I have to look at. I haven't looked at anyone else yet. So
Yeah, so but somebody might walk in that door, as I was saying.
Right.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
just don't know. So, and you have the same thing, I would imagine, when you write, you visualize this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I
Yeah.
write sonnets and I visualize my sonnet. So you visualize the whole thing that goes along.
And with us knowing so many of the local actors and their talents and their skills, sometimes we already envision,
Yes.
this is going to be this person, this is
It's
going
gonna
to
be
be,
that
and if it's
person.
not that person, it's going to be this person. I mean, so we have kind of the backups too.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of our actors, and those of you that are watching, we are taking audition videos
Yes, go right ahead.
up until the 30th, right?
I believe so.
So
End of this
please
month.
send them in because you'll be eligible
Well, where do they
basically for
send them
all
to?
7 of. Of course, you asked me that, and I don't have the email.
I know it's at gmail.com.
Oh,
Something
Yeah,
that
you're
you-
right.
Lucky,
It is
Lucky
that one.
Sevens
Maybe it's
challenge
Lucky
Challenge
at
Sevens
gmail.com,
Challenge.
I think.
The producer will make sure that it's available
Wait a
for you
second.
in the
Don't
credits.
forget, you can also get in touch with and go to Facebook and go to Ben Stober,
Yes,
S-T-O-B-B-E-R.
yes, he knows the answer.
He has the answer, and he can help anybody who would like to take an audition or when you're taking auditions. Now-
Follow us on our Lucky Sevens page too. Lucky Sevens spelled out, Sevens spelled out, Film
Oh,
Challenge.
there you go.
Now there
That's
are
it.
2 pages. One's a private page and one's a public. So you need to find the public.
You need to find the public
Public
page.
Well, definitely, because you definitely won't be able to get to the private page.
You have to be one
unless
of
you're
us.
invited.
All 3 of you have been in Vegas for some time, creating, doing movies, using actors, actresses, and everything. What has changed in the last, I'm going to say like 4 or 5 years? It's a big change. I have seen a change. What have you seen as being a producer, being as a director, being a writer, and what's going on in Vegas? Forget the COVID-19 because we're past that. Mm-hmm. We're moving on. What's Joe?
Oh, why'd you come to me first?
Oh, I'll
Oh,
jump. I'll
Go.
jump in.
You go first. I'm still thinking.
One thing, Tamir is never stuck for words or laughter.
So what I have noticed, and I think it's amazing about the Las Vegas actors per se,
Yes.
I see it here in Vegas, is that actors are so willing to do whatever they need to do to assist.
Isn't that nice? Yes.
So they don't just come on and they're not like these acting divas, right? You know, I am solely an actress. I am
not
solely an
gonna pick
actor.
anything up.
Right.
I'm not
Don't
gonna-
ask me to hold a boom mic. Don't ask me to, move the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Set the stage
that's
or whatever. The Vegas actors will come and they know their parts, but they'll say, "What else do you need me to do?"
Isn't that
That's
nice?
what I
Yeah.
love about them.
That is nice. Ben was saying the same thing actually when I was interviewing him last week, and he said, you know, when you go onto a set, you can go onto a set as one of the people that's going to make the movie, and you can be there, and then suddenly they say, oh, we need you to play a part. So you could also, when you go on behind the scenes,
Yes.
you can also get in front of the scenes too.
I've
so
pulled many from behind the scenes.
Because
Yeah.
so don't think that, you know, well, I'm too good to do that, or I'm not good enough to do that. You're good enough to do it all. because
Yes.
I think when you're on a set, would you agree with that, Dale?
Yeah, on Unwritten, one day the makeup artist had to leave, go to her job,
Yeah.
and one of my other actors had to do the other actor's makeup, and it was, I mean, for like, and it was more than just regular makeup. They had to do like bruising and some
Yeah,
blood and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So thankfully he
stepped
was
in.
able to do that. Yeah.
And he stepped in and did that. So that's, I think, an attribute to being an actor, just because, you know, I think it's good to know that anyway, just in case, because most actors seem to want to be a director.
Yes,
And
eventually,
therefore,
yes.
Eventually, they always sort of make that, oh, I've had enough of this acting business. I want to produce, and I want
Right.
to direct, and I want to be behind the scenes.
And it's good for actors to do that. I think to learn all the departments.
Yes.
It's very important for them to learn. So it's a good way when you're on set if they, you know, want to give a lending hand. They start
Absolutely.
learning at the same
But
time.
it's like being
Yeah.
an apprentice. You know, in England we have a lot of apprentice jobs, like a hairdresser, accountants, all different apprentice jobs. In other words, we don't go to college. We'll actually go to the job. We'll be an apprentice for 3 years, and we learn the job. And that's the same
that's
thing
cool.
as And they
That's
should,
how you learn best, on hand.
on hand is best, especially in the movie industry, because the movie industry is so different. Every scene is different. Every director is different. Every producer is. Every film is different, and they
Right.
all want different things, you know. And also they want different ways of handling things. Now I do know one thing about acting a little bit with a producer and a director. You have to be very careful how you treat your talent, because you don't want to say they ever did anything wrong, because you don't want to pull them down. How do you handle that?
I'll let Joe.
I'll be honest. I haven't really had to. You kind of do it.
Diplomatically, don't you?
Yeah, like,
Well,
oh,
that's
that
kind
was
of-
so good, but
Well,
can you try it
You're
this
right,
way?
right,
Do
the
it
but.
this way?
See, that's exactly, he has answered my question exactly, because that's exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pull the actor or actress down.
Yeah.
You want to keep them with that vibe.
Because sometimes it could also affect their performance after that.
Right.
Oh, well,
Then
it will.
on out, then
Then you'll
from
get
then on out,
nothing.
they're
Right.
They're downhill.
Yeah, they
Downhill.
Or they focus on what you pointed out and it
Yeah.
like
And they
messing up. It's messing it up.
messing it up. So sometimes
Yeah.
you've got to be very
their
careful.
confidence can be shot down, and it's like that for the rest of the set.
And then
Then you
have
could
it.
lose them from there.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Normally you can. So you have to always keep their sort of morale up, and you never say, well, let's just try it this way or let's do it that way, and you, with a smile on your face,
Yeah.
you think, oh, you do it that way.
Well, the good thing also about our actors is that a lot of them are taking some acting classes. If you notice that, a lot of them are taking some acting classes, and they have to realize that when the director asks you to do something, that's not negotiable. Okay. Well, I was thinking this and
You're
this and
not
this.
thinking.
Okay, no.
You're
This
not
is-
thinking.
right?
This is,
Yes,
yeah,
you
that's
can't
that.
take over the set. Now, if the director says to if he looks at it, and, or he or she's like, okay, maybe we'll try it that way. But for the most part, we have a vision. We kind of know what
Well,
we
it is
want to
your
happen
vision.
on our set.
It is
Yes,
your vision,
yes.
and that's definitely a no-no for the actors or actresses to actually involve themselves as becoming a director, because that's definitely not their part. Because you or three have your vision, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong,
Correct.
doesn't make any difference. If you think it's better, you better keep that to yourself.
I mean, sometimes I will say that I'm open to getting suggestions.
Well,
I'm kind
yes,
of open for
course
an
you
actor to
are.
come and be like, I think, I've read the script. I felt the character would be doing this. Well,
that's
Yeah,
they're
that
saying
kind of
that's
stuff,
dialogue.
different,
yes.
but
Then
that's
you can be like,
different.
okay,
But
yeah.
that's
But if they
different.
go and
That's
flip
just-
things around,
Yes.
that's when you have
Yeah.
to put your foot
Yes,
down and be
right.
like, no,
Yeah,
it's
when you
this
can
way.
talk about the part, and
Yeah.
do I do it this way, or should I go that way, or should I?
Exactly,
That
yeah.
you can definitely do. Absolutely. Do you find more and more qualified actors are coming into town?
I think even within the pool we have here, within Vegas, there's so much talent here. I mean,
Well,
from
that's for sure.
actors to, I mean,
You've got singers, you've
even
got dancers.
exactly. I mean, there's so many people here that just, especially nowadays, just want to work. So they're willing to do 100% just to be
Yeah,
involved.
yeah.
So I think, of course, there's other actors that we might even get submissions that are not from Vegas.
Right.
You
Yes.
know, that will still be thrown in the pool.
Yes.
But everyone's treated evenly across the board.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But so you do feel that the industry is building itself up
Within itself, I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
Because you mustn't forget, all you filmmakers out there, and directors and producers, and wherever the money is, because you need the money in the first place to get the movie out there. So always remember that. You've got all the hotels here. You've got every single scene you probably want.
Right.
You've got Lake Las Vegas, where you've got some water, which you
Right.
can always fake it up to whatever you need to fake it up to.
And you have the desert.
And then you've got nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, then you've
And you got
absolutely-
forest as
Yeah.
well.
Yes,
Mount
you do.
Charleston.
Go up to Mount
And you
Charleston.
can go up
yes.
to Mount
Yeah.
Charleston. So I think we misunderstand, but maybe it's opening up that,
Yeah.
that we know that there's more and more in Vegas.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in Vegas filming?
I think it's been 7 years or
7
8
years
years,
now.
I believe. Yeah.
You, Dale?
I'm trying to think. 'Cause, I mean, I was born and raised out here and lived in California for some years too.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say because I was making short films when I
Stuff
was,
there,
when I was a
stuff
little
had
kid,
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
and so.
So you've always been in the industry.
Yeah. I mean, since 13, I've been pursuing it.
That's
So.
so wonderful. New.
Well, for me, I'm excited to be sitting on the couch with both of these gentlemen because number one,
I thought she was going to be happy sitting with me.
well, I'm always happy sitting with you.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
But Joe has a huge impact on my career because Joe, as part of the 48 Hours in 2018, was one of the people who invited me to be a team leader as opposed to an actress because I signed up as an actress and Joe said, you should consider being a team leader. And being a team leader in 2018 is what really sparked my joy and love for filmmaking.
And now
that
look at
was
where
it.
you're at.
Right. And I've even shadowed on his set and everything. I mean, I
Yeah.
really respect Joe. And then this one here, oh my goodness, I fell in love with his craft when I saw Unwritten. Unwritten, and we connected on Facebook and had chatted. And then when I had this opportunity, when Ben said, okay, well, would you like to work with Dale? And I was like, of course, if
Right,
you'll
Dale.
have me,
Yeah.
you know.
But I have have to say one thing, that you are a very good actress, and I really like your acting.
Thank
and
you.
I think that you should pursue. And whoever said that you should be doing more acting, I agree with that.
Yes.
You're very natural, you're very open, and if you get the right part that you play, you're amazing. You
Well,
really are.
I'm
Yeah.
the lead in this one.
You are the
I didn't know you were acting in this
I
one.
am the lead, yes.
And you still want to produce on mine.
I do.
Okay,
I
now I
do.
sure.
Yeah.
How did you
She's like,
become
I
the lead?
do.
Well, here's the thing.
I
So,
wonder how she chose herself to be the lead.
Hey, if it saves money,
right. I don't have to pay somebody,
we're
right?
on a tight budget.
We are a very tight budget. This story came to me when it was like downloaded to me, and I don't want to tell you too much about the story, but she's the lead character, and she's like a mama bear. She's like
So you're a mama bear.
in the story. I am.
Oh,
I am.
wonderful.
And some stuff happens, and so it's just a lot of really cool stuff. And I was like,
Lot of
that's
cool
me.
stuff's going on.
That's me. so.
So it becomes very, very natural for her to play the part.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's gonna be fun too.
So fun.
Yeah.
Are you playing in the movie at all now?
No. I wouldn't want to be in any of my own, because if I saw myself, it would just.
You'd frighten
I'd
me.
rather see a movie without me in it. I wouldn't mind acting in someone else's movie, hint, hint.
Yeah.
But
I got a role for you.
Actually, me too. Now that you mention
Now
it.
that you mention it.
See, actors are always acting. That's why it's always so exciting. Everything's going on.
and to use that as a segue, since I didn't get to say what my movie was,
Right.
genre and
No.
title. So, anyways, it's a House in Time, and it's a time travel fantasy drama
A time fantasy drama.
It's gonna be good, you
Based
guys.
on
based on
what? Fantasy?
Can you give any more information?
Oh,
Come on, spill
There's
the
three
beans.
of us to ask a question.
I can give the log line of it.
Yes, do that. Do that.
It's about a woman who's just went through her second divorce. She's recovering from a nervous breakdown and is moving back into her childhood home. And while she's there, she discovers that she's crossing through doorways into her past, and she's unsure if she's actually traveling through time, or if it's all in her
It's
head.
actually
Her mind.
happening.
Oh, that's cool.
Going a little, yeah, that sounds like,
cool.
going back into, it's like a reincarnation thing. You're going back into what happened before, but it comes right to you.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
gonna be very good.
Because it does flash through. I remember living in this farmhouse, and I have no reason why. They had this room, and it had a circle around it. They had this big pillar right in the middle of it. So and I remember running around this thing. You just reminded me of, and I remember it was very dark. And I ran and I missed. And I ran right
the pool?
into the wall.
Oh.
But it's like reincarnation. Because I think, oh, did this really happen to me?
Right,
Yeah,
right,
is it
right,
really- Boom, yeah, I really did happen.
That's funny.
Absolutely. So how can anybody reach any one of you? Let's go for you, Joe.
So you can find me on social media, any platform, Joe Lujan or Carcass Studios. Yeah, I'm everywhere. They have me everywhere.
And literally, he is
Everywhere.
Dale.
Oh, let's see. Facebook, Dale Nevin.
He goes under his first and last name, so he's easy.
It's really
Dale
easy.
Nevin.
Yeah.
Twitter, although I haven't been on there much lately, but I'm going to get back.
Well, it's
back
very
on
popular
that.
now. It's come
Yeah.
back up again.
Has it
It's
really?
hard
Yeah,
to
I
stay on
haven't. Yeah,
Twitter.
it's hard to do
It
all
is
of
really
them.
hard to
Yeah.
stay on Twitter.
And Instagram, I haven't kept up
Instagram,
with,
yeah.
but I'm going to
Yeah.
get back on that.
I'm
Yeah,
starting to do
Instagram.
Instagram more.
You're
now.
doing Instagram.
Yeah,
more?
so Instagram you can get Tamia_Dow. On Facebook, I'm Chaplain, CHAPLAIN, Dow, DOW, which I post a lot on Facebook. But I'll go from Instagram to Facebook, so if you're on either one of those. And then also follow me
But
at...
don't they own each other?
I don't know all
Yeah,
that.
they
Yeah,
own each
Facebook
other.
owns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Facebook
'cause it just
owns
goes with
Instagram or
ease back
Instagram.
and forth.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
I just wish it was all linked, so you do one
I
post.
thought
and
so.
Right,
it
I
just
wish
goes
it was
everywhere.
too, yeah.
But
Did
no.
they delink it?
I don't know. I
You
haven't
have
been
to,
able
That's
to.
You have
funny.
to give permission
That's
for it to
funny
do
you
it.
say that because I've been trying to get Instagram to go onto Facebook. And it's
No,
not
it should
going.
do
It
it
should.
automatically.
That should
There's
do
a,
it,
but I
there's a
think there's
little...
something
used to-
wrong.
No, it used to,
Yeah.
and now it doesn't.
It doesn't.
And now it goes to some other Facebook page I have that has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
Uh-oh.
It's all confusing.
And then there's always something new popping up.
well,
Yes.
Facebook has
Yeah.
changed
Right,
a
or
lot
they
of
move
stuff.
things, change
Yeah.
things.
Something's always popping up.
The
You know,
mystery
Then a new
algorithm.
platform like I'm on TikTok
And
now,
they
so it's
expect
like
all of
But that's not even new. That's
that's
like old.
yeah. I'm like
well, hello.
it's hard to keep up with all that's coming
Yeah,
out.
there's
all
Twitch
different.
and there's this and there's that. But anyway, okay, so my other one. So on Facebook, find me at 888 Spirit. Use the number 8, 888 Spirit Productions. You'll find me on Facebook. I put all of this stuff on there. So jump on that page. Please like and follow.
Like and follow.
Is there any more?
Like and follow.
There is, but I'm just gonna give it a rest.
Let me tell you, just go on all the social media
You'll
platforms.
look for me.
And also, don't forget TikTok. TikTok's a great thing to send a photograph to. You can add music, you can add little things, and add. It's a great thing. You
That's
can
a
put,
lot of work.
No, it's not.
I'm on TikTok. I love TikTok.
No, TikTok is the easiest one.
Yeah.
You send it to TikTok from your phone. You get TikTok. You put it in there. You add the music. You add a little thing you want to add, and you post it. It's that easy.
Okay, I'll try it. If Ninon can do it, I can do it.
I really don't know quite what that means, but I will take that as a compliment.
That is a compliment.
I will take it as a compliment.
You're in trouble.
You're in big. No, she's never in
love
trouble.
Ninon.
She's never in trouble. I want to thank everybody out there for listening to Lucky
Can we
Seven.
throw
Did
in
you
one
guys
more?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, you thought
What
the
do you
same
want?
thing?
The campaign?
What do you
or-
Yeah, the
yeah.
Indiegogo
yes,
campaign.
yes,
Come on, the
yes.
campaign.
Come
Go
on.
back. I was gonna say, but go for it.
The reason we're on here.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh,
He's not looking at me.
Go for it. It's on you, Dale.
It's okay. So the Lucky 7 Film Challenge Indiegogo campaign, where you can give, and instead of just like giving to one film, it's like all 7 films
seven
that you're
films.
supporting. So
Yeah.
you could get your name on the credits of all 7 films. There's
Oh, great.
There's multiple ways to be involved with each film.
Yeah.
And also they're getting their names out there. as
Exactly.
Yes,
well.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
And you
if-
get your name attached on the project.
attached to it.
Yeah.
So any actors, actresses, producers, directors want to
Producers.
get their name out there on all this.
Yes.
It's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
But do they not always also have to donate something?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That's
That's-
one of the parts
You're helping
of it.
to
Yeah.
fund us, to fund
to
our,
fund
to
us.
fund our dreams.
And it's probably $5 and up or $100.
Seven.
Seven
Seven.
dollars.
The sevens. So
It's-
sevens,
yeah.
yes.
So 7. I knew it had to be 7. I should have known it was going to be 7, but that's okay, Ninon. Wiki. Anyway, you can donate there $7 and up, which could be 7.
Look, it's 7,
Seven,
27,
seven,
37,
I think it's like every
77,
seven.
No.
seven,
I'm
seven.
thinking of 700, 7,000.
Think like that.
Yes,
Right,
think
right.
like that, yes.
Yes.
I've only thought big, and
Yes.
it works. Believe me, it works.
Good, yes.
But whatever you want to donate, actually, but it has to be
Anything
7
helps. Anything helps.
Yeah,
So-
if they do the
Yeah.
777, which is the 7,000 one, don't they get a producer credit
I
and
believe so.
Co-producer
on
credit
every film
on every
and
film,
just like there's
Yeah.
like so much. Look at the site. There's so many sevens that you can give towards us to get our films done.
A
and
lot
we
of
would
cool
so
perks too. There's a
appreciate
lot of
it.
cool
Yeah.
perks.
Yes,
And
very cool
last I
perks.
looked, we were at like around
13,
13,500.
You've raised that amount already?
Right.
Yes, less than a week, right?
Cool.
Yeah, because Wednesday will be a week, so yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
13, nearly 14,000. 14,000 is 2 sevens.
Oh, there we go. Okay, give us 3 sevens by the
So
end of
just-
the week.
just Google it.
Yeah.
Google Lucky
Well,
7
3
Film
seven,
Challenge.
3 sevens, 21.
21, exactly.
Or go to the Facebook page
Or the
and you'll
Facebook
find
page.
all the links to
Yeah.
the Indiegogo campaign.
Thank you, Dale, for bringing that
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
You know, we talked about a lot.
And
but
I
we
think it'll be
didn't
under the YouTube.
talk- under
Yes,
YouTube.
yes.
A link.
And this will
Follow all of the directors too, so you can stay up to date with all the films and what we're
There you
doing
go.
with them.
And there's a lot of ways to be involved as well. I mean, you
Okay.
can crew, actors, you guys can continue to submit.
Yes.
I mean, we're still assembling our crews. A majority of us are. So we're always looking to see who wants to
But
be
even
involved.
if you've
and-
got all your crews together, you can all still have
Yeah.
other people come on, and there's always something for someone to do
Yes,
there.
there's
Yeah.
always
And
something.
it's always great to be involved. If you're in the film industry, this is a great time and place to be
Yes.
involved.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
this opens up, because you've got 7 companies going on here.
Basically,
Come on,
yes. Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you
starting
know.
in May to
And
the
these
end
are
of the year.
and
Yeah.
these are actually the foundations of Las Vegas, of the filmmaking. All of you are kind of started out years ago and built up
Yes,
and built up and
yes.
built up and got to where you are, which is really very prominent. Amazing. So thank you all of you
Thank
for
you.
coming,
Thank you for
Joe.
having
Thank you.
us. Yes,
Nia.
thank you, thank you.
It's great to have them all on, because this is what our show does. Vegas Live with Ninon is to promote all the entertainment people, the people in the film business, the musicians, but also we actually sort of take care of the authors and also the CEOs and people owning companies and the hotels. We do it all, but mostly the entertainment business. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe, Vegas Live with Ninon. We shall be back next week for another grand and wonderful show with all our new guests. Take care.
God bless.
If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe, Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back, Vegas Live with Ninon.